Hey everybody! Matt, you're supposed to say it back to me.
Hey!
You're such a dick.
I'm one person.
You're an asshole. God. I guess I'm here to talk about Jund. That ruined the whole excitement.
I'm sorry.
Yes, but wait! It's Aggro Jund this time. Not the Cyto Jund. This is the American Jund. The ones that Freak and LSV and those guys were, if you watch their videos, this is the deck they were playing.
Okay, well let's take a look at it.
That's pretty standard. Bloodbraids, Putrid Leeches, Broodmate Dragon, Sprouting Thrinax, Master of the Wild Hunt, Great Stable Stags, Blast, Pulses, Blightnings, Terminates, Lightning Bolts.
Two Orein Reefs.
Yeah, land's pretty standard, except there's +2 Orein Reefs in this deck, as opposed to the other one. And Orein Reef is really good. I know Shannon asked earlier in the Night Lightsaber deck tech, but the deck is really good. Putting out 4/4 Leech, 4/4 this guy, 4/4 Thrinax, or after your Thrinax dies, having 3 2/2s is really good.
Same with Go 4 Master. You know,
right.
X amount of wolves come into play.
Yep. So, deck's pretty standard, like I said. It doesn't have the acceleration like most decks are running now. And I think most decks are running acceleration because Jund is so fast. Like they're running Hierarchs and the other one's running Rampant Growth. And you know, Birds of Paradise have popped up in some of them. That's just to keep up with Jund because in a straight up match without any acceleration, I think Jund comes out way ahead because it has a lot of 2-for-1s. Like for instance, the Pulses usually are a 2-for-1. Venomous Blast, obviously a 2-for-1. Bloodbraid Elf, obviously a 2-for-1. Master of the Wild Hunt will probably end up being a 2-for-1, or it's a must deal with.
Yeah.
Must counter, must kill the second it hits the table. Broodmate Dragon, another good 2-for-1. And Great Stable Stag is just a good solid blocker against other Jund decks. So, pretty good stuff. Putrid Leech is getting some talk here lately. The pros and the cons of it. I think it lost a lot of its little, its oomph now lately because you're just attacking for 2. Because if you attack for more than 2 and they have mana up, you run the risk of getting, taking 2 damage for free and then getting lightning bolted. Yeah. So a lot of times you're just attacking for 2. So now it's just a 2/2 for 2. So, not that good anymore. And plus it's got a weird casting cost that sometimes you can't always cast till turn 3 without you're coming to play tap lands or, something wonky going on.
Yeah.
So I can see where a lot of people are dropping that card, which is what Cyto did to make his big guy Jund.
Okay.
Another great card that's not in the other Jund deck is the Master of the Wild Hunt. The card is really good. Like I said earlier, it's a must deal with, must counter, must kill immediately. If you don't kill it immediately, it's going to trade. It's going to get at least a 2-for-1 out of you because you still have to kill it, and the wolf's probably going to kill another creature.
Yeah, with Orein Reef. Also.
With Orein Reef, if that's active, then you got a 3/3 wolf, and 3/3 wolves can kill anything. Hang on, Runyon's calling me. Don't stop.
Okay.
Hey, what's up? Hey. You can just come over whenever. We're doing a deck tech right now on Jund, so if you just come over whenever. Alright, we'll talk to you then. Bye.
Back to the excitement!
Back to the excitement!
Okay,
That was Runyon, who, like I said, is probably one of my picks to win this year's state championships. Runyon or Chai. That's excluding people that have already won it, of course.
Okay. And the thing about Jund, why would you play this aggressive Jund over Cyto's Monster Jund?
Why would I?
Yeah,
okay.
What are the advantages of this Jund?
This Jund is not as mana, I guess. Intensive, okay. Yeah, because you don't run as many Broodmates and you don't have the Sieging Commander. So if you look, all of your stuff costs 3, 4. Your big spells are the Venomous Blasters cost 5.
Yeah.
And then the Broodmate Dragons, which cost 6. Everything else is 4 or less.
Okay.
So you don't, in the other deck you kind of need the mana. In this deck you don't need mana as much, but you have less mana fixing.
Yeah.
Which is also very important lately in Jund, like I talked about with the Rune Blaster. The reason Rune Blaster is so effective against Jund is because it knocks out your Savage Land, and that could really just screw up your entire mana base, because it could cut you off from a single color.
Yeah.
So then you're kind of like, well, I don't have any green. Also, this deck needs double green, which...
Quite a bit, obviously.
Quite a bit. Double green here. These are kind of a big deal with the double green. So if he can hit one of your green sources, then you can't cast these guys unless you draw another green source, obviously. So that can really cripple you, which is why the Rune Blaster is so effective against this Jund, because it knocks out one of your colors, probably the green one, and it just crushes you. Because you have to delay a turn or 2 to get your green source back into play untapped, then cast your spells, and that way you're a turn behind. And Jund usually operates a turn ahead of everybody, and if they're a turn behind, then they're not winning the race.
Yeah.
And right now, with the way the decks are built, everything is a race.
Yeah, obviously.
You got Boros racing, you got Jund racing, you got Naya racing, you got Bant racing, really. The only thing you're not racing is that stupid Turbo Fog deck. We already talked about that. I won't get into it, but you know who you are, and you know you're going to play that deck, and you know I'm going to laugh at you when you lose. That's just a fact.
Laughing now!
And if you make top 8, cool. You know, even clowns get paid, as Charles Kaufman says.
Shit.
That's right.
Dirty South.
Dirty. All right, well, that's pretty much it about the Jund. I mean, there's not much to say. The deck's been pretty covered pretty well everywhere, and it's the best deck. If you want to do well, play it well, and you will do well.
Okay, but you would recommend Cyto's Jund over this, or this over Cyto's Jund? Because obviously...
Personally, I would play Cyto's Jund, but for the player that... I would say this deck is better for a player... This deck is more forgiving for a player with not a high skill level.
Okay.
I would say somebody in between an amateur pro status, like would do better with this deck, because this deck is more forgiving. The Cyto Jund doesn't seem as forgiving. You have to get to the mana, and then you have to just play big spells.
So Cedric's right. This is the best worst deck, or the worst best deck.
Yes, this is basically the best worst deck, because anybody can just. It's basically, what's the best card in my hand right now? I play that card.
All right.
Okay.
3-color red deck wins.
Yep.